guys, it's coffee time. And you might be thinking to yourself, Dodger, you need a shower. And you are so correct. It is mind-boggling. But the reason that I need such a shower is because I have spent today taking everything out of here, except for my desk, because I have things to render slash upload, so there was just no way I was going to be able to take this down today. But that's okay, because I haven't gone through all of the drawers, and again, I'm not putting things in that room unless I've gone through them. So I technically can't even put this in there because I have drawers that are filled with weird things, and I definitely need to figure out at least an organizational thing for them. I need to just get those little drawer organizers, you know? I need to do a little Office Max or something. Be like, yo, I need those thingies that are like, make it so you can have a pen section and a pencil section and then like a paperclip section. I need that. That is what I need. But everything else is in there. It's kind of sad. Got a little melancholy, and I feel really bad for the cat because like I'm moving everything in there, and he's been like walking back and forth, and he seemed totally fine. Um, and unfortunately, I had a run-in with one of the puppies, and they seemed fine. And then puppy got really aggressive with him, and so puppy is in the kennel. Sherlock is in the new room. I brought all of his toys in there. I brought his cat tree in there. I was like, look, it's okay. And he like hid under my bed for a while, and I felt so bad. I was like, this is the worst time for him to like be semi-attacked by a dog and then have to switch rooms, and he doesn't understand why. He's just like, this isn't my room. And I'm like, it is though. It's okay. So that's unfortunate. I think I told you guys I'm retiring this carpet, right? Shag carpets and cats are not the best combination because it is like impossible to get all of the, depending on what litter you have, really any litter, it is so hard to get the litter out of a carpet like this. And this carpet is just a mess. It is such a mess. There was a carpet that Roe left behind that isn't a shag carpet. It's just a regular carpet that was left behind as like, if anybody wants this, they can have it. So I claimed it and put it right in front of my closet. And that's also right next to the opening for the litter box. So we won't be like tracking litter all over the hardwood floor, but it's also a carpet that I can vacuum really easily. So I vacuum this one, I feel like every couple of days, and it, can you see how gross it is? No, you can't really. There's like just so much going on this carpet. I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how to stop this train. So, yeah, I'm excited to switch carpets, even though I love the obnoxious colored carpet. I thought about, maybe I'll still do this. I thought about just taking like a section of it because I don't have, you know how sometimes with doors there's like the little lip on the floor to like seal it when you close it? So my door now doesn't have that. This door does, but the one in the new bedroom doesn't. So there's like a little gap under the door. So like what Chris and Sarah do in their room is they just have a little rug that they put there, like right in front of it, almost like a welcome mat into the bedroom. So I was thinking about taking just like a section of it and having that be the welcome mat into my bedroom. But I don't know. I haven't quite decided if I want to do that or not. But it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I'm having problems figuring out the best way to place things right now. So I'm kind of like shifting some things around. Where I set up my bed, that's where it's staying. It's staying there. I'm not entirely convinced about where the litter box is, but I do like it because it's right at the foot of the bed. So not like right at the foot of the bed, but it's at that end. So then I can set up the TV. I don't know. I'll show it to you tomorrow. I know that I said I would give you puppy pictures today or show you the puppies, but unfortunately they're being punished right now. Not like fully punished, but just one of them is being held and coddled and told how sweet he is, and the one who attacked Sherlock is sitting in the kennel feeling real sorry for himself. He's loud too. When Sarah leaves, he's like, howling a little bit, and I'm like, ooh, puppy, no. So I've been trying to like spend time with them. We've all been doing our share, trying to help out pup-poops. But yeah, I had my Blood Bowl training with Kumar today, and at the very beginning I was kind of overwhelmed because there were so many things that I was doing wrong that he was basically constantly telling me like, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, and I was like, ah, and it felt like I couldn't quite grasp all of the information. So I was like getting a little bit frustrated with myself. I was like, I can't tackle all of this information at once. So I had to do like little pieces at a time. And there were a few things that I learned that I think should have been obvious, or I definitely should have known them by now. But it's good that I know them at this point. I think that the biggest thing that I got out of playing was the tackle zones, because I was understanding them better, but there were still a lot of little details that I didn't quite get. And so after playing, I'm like, oh, I get it now, you know? So that was good. I still don't entirely understand like good placement, but that's something that I think I'm going to get with practice. And yeah, he said the biggest thing that I need to work on now that I understand tackle zones, the biggest thing that I need to work on is understanding what order to do things in. Like to do the safe things first, and then out of all of your attacks to figure out what the blitz is and do the blitz as early on as possible because it's your most important attack, which I always would save the blitz for the end. That was how I was always playing, and apparently that is like the opposite of what you're supposed to do. So the more you know. I breathed wrong just then. Breathed a little bit wrong. Did I tell you that I watched Man from Nowhere? I can't remember if I know that I told you that I was going to watch it, but I can't remember if I told you that I watched it. I watched The Man from Nowhere, and it is maybe one of my top movies now. Definitely top 10. But I'm not sure what number. I would have to like put together a full-on list. But holy poop. Guys, if you have a way to watch The Man from Nowhere, I watched it on Netflix. I know not all of you have Netflix or are even in a place where they have Netflix, but if you are able to watch The Man from Nowhere, that is like great movie. Great movie. I was really blown away. Really happy with it. I'm trying to think of, I feel like I watched one other one. Oh, I put into my queue the original Girl with Dragon Tattoo, but I haven't watched it yet. Ooh. Do you guys ever get it? Like, I don't think that this is like a problem. But sometimes when I've had my arms up too much, one of my arms will feel like the circulation is really bad, like right in here. And I know that in here is like these are the muscles that you use when you type a lot. So like when I go home, Amanda always like rubs on these, and I'm always like, ah. She goes, well, I'm not surprised that those hurt because you use them a lot. But every now and then, when I have my arms up, it'll feel almost like it's getting really bad circulation, and then I have to like hold it like this or like squeeze it a bunch, and then it feels okay. I don't know. Maybe that's weird. maybe it's a weird thing. I don't know. And then tonight we did Manga Pod. And Manga Pod went very well. We did our first shoujo manga, so that VOD is going up on Erin's channel, youtube.com/happilyerin. And I'll spoil you a little bit. I was not a fan of that manga at all. So there's that. We're trying to like do lots of different genres of manga. So, because the first two that we did are more like serious seinen manga, like just, and so we were like, well, we should do a romance one. That's a nice change of pace. And like next Next week we're finishing up Old Boy, and then the week after that we want to do a sports manga, so that we're not just sticking to one type. But it sucks that the first shoujo one that we did, none of us were really a fan of. It was like, it's interesting because I feel like when you're on a panel like that and nobody liked something, you can't just say, ah, this sucked. You know, you can't just be like, this was dumb, we just hated it. You have to be able to critically talk about why. And fortunately, all of us have read so much manga and watched so much anime that we were able to be like, it was so blah, and here's why, and here's all the things that they did wrong with the storyline, and here's like all the things that were so formulaic, etc. So yeah, so if you're interested in watching that, it was called Imadoki, and oh puppies, I think that's the one who attacked Sherlock. Yeah, Imadoki, and it's 5 volumes long. We did the whole thing. So you get a pretty full, in-depth analysis of it, but obviously there are tons of spoilers, so if you wanted to actually read it. It's by Iwatase, who did Fushigi. So if you were a fan of Fushigi, I rewatched Fushigi not too long ago, and it was painful. I was like, I loved this as a kid. Not a kid, but like when I was in high school. Shigeyugi I thought was just so great. I still wasn't a fan of like the romance angle of it, but there were so many characters that I was like, I love these characters. These are amazing characters. This is so good. And this one was just okay. Anyways, I'll let you watch it. You know what? I'll let you watch the VOD of MangaPod. It's whatever. But anywho, I need to shower like immediately because I'm so gross, and I'm going to hang out with my cat and go to bed. But I hope that you guys had a great day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye bye. Mwah.